today we are going to be doing a nature-bound workout. So I have this amazing workout here that I'm going to guide you through today. Welcome. I'm your trainer. So get a mat, get a weight, some exercise resistance bands, and we are going to get started with a simple warm-up. Today our workout is going to be focused on slimming the body and toning up. It's a beautiful afternoon here in Trinidad. Very peaceful, got some mountains going on, mountain views, and this plant which I have to keep fixing because the wind is moving it all around and I'm trying to get it to stay. But I am not being successful with that at the moment, which is a bit annoying. Don't know what to do with that. So I might have to keep fixing that. What are we gonna do? Gonna just lean towards there? How is that in the shot? It's just there for now, okay. All right, so welcome. My name is Organnick and let's begin. I'm looking forward to this workout. I'm glad to have you here. All right, so to get started, we're gonna get a warm up with 10 squats, raising your hands all the way up and sitting back into your squat for 10, 9, deep breaths in, deep breaths out, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to repeat this sequence 2 or 3 times, and each session will have a count of 30 seconds. So you can put your timer on and some music. You can repeat this 1, 2, or 3 times depending on how much time you have for the session. Our next warm-up exercise is going to be kicking your heels back to your glutes. I'm going to be here checking on this plant that it's okay. Alrighty. And next we will get our legs open just a little more than shoulder width apart. Taking a deep breath in, swinging straight through your ankles for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Okay, cool. And that is it for our warm-up. So we're going to get started with a weight. You can grab a weight. I'm going to use this, 15 pounds. You can go with 5 or 10, whatever you prefer. We're going to be doing a side lunge here. So you're going to hold your weight in your right hand. Your feet are in lunge position. This foot can face forward here. Your left hand is up to the ceiling or the sky, and you're simply lunging over this foot and standing tall. You want to make sure that your knee is not crossing over your ankle here to make sure you have the right form. Coming down and getting a movement going. Making sure you're breathing, engaging your core from within, behind your abdominal muscles. Awesome. And we'll switch over to the other side, moving your feet. This foot is facing forward. This left foot is facing vertically. This one is horizontal. dropping it down and coming up to stand. The breeze feels so good. It's very refreshing to be with all of these green sceneries. Don't mind the plant in the background. I'm kind of bringing it out here in the wind. It's an indoor plant, so it's not accustomed to being outside. Hopefully it forgives me. Amazing. And let's put this weight down. Next, we are going into an exercise that is known as Superman or Superwoman. I'm going to face this direction, starting in a plank. So you want to line up here your shoulders on top of your wrists. And we're going to pull it all the way back into a downward dog position. Get a nice stretch here. Big breath in, pressing your heels down. And this one is like a dive. It's also known as dive bombers. So you're going forward, dipping it down, pulling all the way back up. There are some modifications that you can follow. This is an intermediate / advanced session. There are beginner-friendly sessions available on the channel if you haven't seen them yet. You really want to breathe through these. Deep breaths in, deep breaths out. Really maximizing this movement. Keeping your elbows tucked into your body as well. As you move through. And take a deep breath out. Relax here in your downward dog. Try to straighten your knees. Pulling it all the way back. Slowly walking your feet up to your hands. Take a big breath in. And cleansing breath out. Amazing. This is building a lot of strength and toning for the upper body, which is some of my favorite stuff to do. All right, so next is going to be some lunges with these weights. So I got this new mat, and you can get that on my store, but I am redesigning it because the first one I got it as a white mat to just test it out, but obviously it's going to get dirty, so I expected that as a sample, and the logo is really big because it's just for me, but the ones I have on my store are really a lot better designed for you with smaller logos and stuff. So we're here doing some back lunges with this dumbbell. I love this exercise. It's one of my favorites. And these are all about making sure that your glutes are engaged, your core is, you're breathing and moving. Staying steady with your form, making sure that your front knee is not crossing over your toes. Ah, yes, this is wonderful. I'm enjoying this a lot. I'm so glad we decided to come out here and do this together. This was a great idea. I'm really enjoying the scenery as well. It's like sometimes we take so many things for granted, and then you take a step into nature and it's just a simple space to do a little home workout, right? Cool, so the next one is going to be bicycle abs. I quite like adding a resistance band onto my bicycle abs to give it a little extra. You hear those birds? They're flying in pairs and sets of 3. I love hearing it. And I guess I'll face this way again since this plant is like fully on loving up this mat. Okay. All right. Okay, cool. So here we go. You're extending one foot forward, twisting over to the knee that's bent, and moving like that for our count. So you can do this without the band, like it's no stress at all. I hope you'll get to see some of these birds. It is quite tropical here. That's fun. Hope I don't get in trouble for the music in the background. Like, I don't feel like it's a copyright issue. Hopefully it's not. Alrighty, awesome. So just bring your knees into your chest. Massage the base of your spine a little bit. Take this time to chill out. You could release your neck. And moving on to the next exercise, which is going to be rows with a deadlift, working our back. I know for me as a woman, like if I slip up on some of my workouts for a short amount of time, like my back is what I notice the most is affected. So with deadlifts, it's really about leaning forward as far as you can go, squeezing your glutes and the back of your legs. It's almost like you're pulling up your pants, engaging your lower abdominals upon standing. So you're reaching down, bringing it up. And we move like that for a few breaths, going as low down as you can, just like simple. And what we're going to add in is a row in between. So you got the first movement, and now we add in a row. You can see the form here. These exercises, like the thing about this is that you feel them almost like right away or the next day. And especially depending on what weight you use. But it's worth it. I mean, I think the most important thing for me as a trainer is to feel like what I'm doing is making an effort and a difference in my body tone, and to try to keep it as simple as possible with small movements that really get the right muscles engaged for toning in the right places. One more. Squeeze those upper back muscles. Drop it down, pull up your pants. And that's that one. Next, we're going to move into shoulder taps in a plank. Have fun with it, you know. You got to do a little dance here and there. Okay, so plank. And with shoulder taps, it's really lifting one hand, reaching for the shoulder, and moving simply. This is really good for toning the arms, the front of the muscles, and the front body. Breathing into your core. And keep it going. All right, and rest. You can get a child's pose, bringing your forehead to the mat. Just releasing any tension here. Big breath in to the back of the rib cage and big breath out. Awesome. And for the final exercise of today, of this set, we will get ab pullovers. So some trainers recommend not to use weights with core, and some do. I do love this exercise to add in some variety to my workout because I think it's beneficial for my results, and I do recommend it for my clients also. The main thing is that you breathe out when you're pulling your knees in to your chest, and you can even keep your knees straight if you prefer to do pikes in the process. So it's totally up to you what you prefer. You can keep your knees bent or you can bend them. The main thing is that you keep breathing and choose something that feels right in your body. Because you never want to push yourself to do anything that will promote injury. And you want to make sure that you're also getting results. And that's a wrap with that one. Oh, this could be heavy. Alrighty, so let's give the spine a little massage here. Moving left to right, breathing out. I love this specific stretch because I tell my clients it's like giving yourself a hug. So you're pulling your knees into your chest while you're actively pulling the base of your spine down and rooting the tops of your shoulders down at the same time, which is creating a lot more space in your rib cage and in your front body and your hips, as many of us have very tight hips in society, especially if you sit at a desk, work an office job and whatnot. Us humans spend way too much time sitting and working, and that's why functional exercises and movements are so beneficial for us. All right, so I'm hearing a car alarm go off, so I'm still learning these times of days where I want to film and be here. Hope you don't hear it, but if you do, that's the set for today. So what you can do if you want to do that again is repeat this